All right. So the next poet up is David Diaz. Olivier, David, and I are all freestyling each other's intros. So David, he's a sweet man. He's a first-year poet, a great poet, great friend, and I think you're going to love it.
Sorry for the little disheveled. I've been sweating for the past 2 hours. Not even because it's hot in here. I just sweat all the time. All right. I'm just going to read you guys a few poems. A little something I threw together. Okay. All right. So a short one first. This one's called Outlook. This one's just, you guys can figure it out. Friend left quickly like a glint of light. Gone, baby, before real light walked right through the front door to wake most of you. Some parts stay asleep for days and weeks, neglected months. When finally you crawl into the morning of an unearned perfect day, tears don't gain anything, and gain is all this galaxy contains. So move stealthily, refuse prolonged hurt, and save all your energy for the end. A little lighthearted one for you guys, Just kidding. All right, so this next one's about an earthquake that I made up. It's called Sinkhole. Earth danced as the crevice opened. Oh, sorry, side note. Moore told me to make a couple of edits on this one. I did make some slight edits, but not all the ones that he advised me to make. Okay. Sinkhole. Earth danced as the crevice opened. I stood at the side door facing the main boulevard through the perfect view of my DIY sliding window and nauseously clung to the washing machine. The bus bench and a woman walking her dog hopped along the sidewalk, capered to the rhythm Earth kept. Inside, cabinets not mounted properly fell onto the television and model car display so that glass and cheap plastic exploded like confetti into books sopped with fish water. And on this cloudless, silent evening, all spread open for the night sun, her ivory glow a neon swell of ashen white, her sweet lullaby for a worn-out day as the front yard fell into the opening. Moist wound gashed into Earth's hip, tree roots and city pipes frayed into the open, stiff with rigor like removed digits. Sprays of light tapped and clicked from exposed wires, and the pit dripped deeper in. No end to where the parts of Earth descended, at least from where my window framed it. After a minute and a half, the movement stopped. My feet felt fake, like stepping from a treadmill, expecting the ground to still move, but there was just the rattle of glass at its final vibration, the crunch of an old house readjusting its bones. I focused on Solo. Dogs barked everywhere, but he kept calm. Steady as a queen's guard, ears raised towards the kitchen wall, well aware that something lingered right outside. We fell asleep beneath the dining room table. He snored and farted like any evening, and I wondered how Dante's heaven still looked like a pit, if the one outside was splitting like cartoon ice all the way to the other side. Thank you. All right. Another short one. This one's called Consolation. My girlfriend's not here right now, so it's okay for me to read this one. Consolation. I'm happiest when we argue. It curls my skin to see your hair vibrate with every fretful move, to watch your eyes droop slightly and your rearward throat erect yops over the music in my ears. Your eyes are large and brown and shine like quartz upon their brink of purge. I prod at that and yearn in your fury. The sex after is great. It always is, but I only ever want to make you cry. Spaghetti and cheap wine crash frantically to faux cherry oak and ink the ground its familiar tinge of error. I gather pleasure, enjoying what little time we've set aside for peace. All right, I'm moving a little faster than I expected, so I think I'm going to read all of them. All right, so this one's called In Bed Beyond My Window. This one's just musical. A lot of the time, even I don't even know what's going on, but I really enjoy the sounds that came out of this poem, so here we go. in bed beyond my window. I unplugged my clock so I could focus on outside, upon our holy nocturne. Clouds like microwaved marshmallows scooped into filled the corners of the smoggy, fitful evening. My windows open, music shaking dust from dirty Bose speakers that cut in and out of each chord, some left unplucked but strummed into built-up southern drawls. Night's side stayed brightly lit. It shined through every nimbus cavern above city eyes, non-stop 45 watts heating up the fourth wall, the whir of engines eating away our breathable environment. And I worship all of this. I need this dome of smoke above me to stifle my outward. An extension of fear, I seek closure, and my wasted body hearkens in deprivation, ready to exalt cold wind against it. Skin mache like chewed paper to frame my hungry bones, just a shitty dermis wrapped around a corpse. And I turn my fan to a higher speed, finish what's in my glass. I've contaminated my temple with these offerings to you. You, the great salt and electric current that animates me, attracted to my limbs, bending leashes swung with calculation to anticipate the lag of a closing fist. My body only moves in unison with the mechanism inside. Like Earth, my parts are only whole if all allows it. So I shine brighter into you and burn and waste more because I'm foolish and want everything at once. All right. It's my last one, guys. This one's called Handle Your Given Parts. He let go of his family like a bribe or last-ditch effort. He let the car keep driving southbound through the blessed evening, faded into the red river of tailpipes and license plates farther and farther away. He left his phone and shoes at home and just walked. The ceiling fan whirred for weeks until the landlord shut off his power and let the local sheriff know. The police found his wife and 2 sons in Colorado, living with an oil man in Grand Junction. A good man, honest, treated women as equal, like human beings. He liked to drink beer and play darts, and laughed when she'd say fuck or asshole because it was healthy to dick off once in a while. And Alex wasn't like that. He walked west until his feet bled like spigots, and he continued walking. He walked deeper into open land, into something that wasn't poisoned by him. He pushed through mangled toes, trailing heel bone and shaking pale legs. Sharp rocks pushed simply through the meaty moistness of open flesh, and he stumbled like a blind fool, walking only always forward. When he collapsed, he dragged himself some feet and then lay there, reaching forward towards the crest of small hills lining a California summit like God creating Adam. The city sent his wife a letter when they found his body picked by vultures, eyes in pocket empty, although they didn't tell her that part. She stayed quiet for a while, watching dust move around the room in the familiar noon, fibers outlining threads of sun broken through new wooden blinds. When one of her sons got home from school, and she kissed him on the forehead, asking him if he wanted something to eat before homework. Thank you, guys.